welcome to Boxed In. This is Yahoo Sports' debate show. I'm Liz Loza. I am joined by Charles Robinson, Yahoo Sports NFL insider and senior reporter, and we have a very special guest. It is Roy Wood Jr. He is currently a correspondent on The Daily Show with Trevor Noah, and he can be seen in Season 3 of The Last O.G. on TBS, and because he is definitely staying busy in quarantine, the new Netflix comedy series, Space Force. I'm going to take a breath now, Roy. You took a lot out of me, but hey, welcome. Thank you for wearing Cubs gear. I'm going to judge this debate. But before we get going, Roy, tell us a little bit. Introduce yourself to the Yahoo Sports listening audience, please.
First and foremost, happy quarantine to you and yours. And I hope that the snacks are delicious wherever you are. I'm just a lazy sports fan. Cubs, Dolphins, Charlotte Hornets. I root for stuff that comes on TV in Alabama when I was a child. So that's why my allegiances are all over the place.
Well, I appreciate that. That means you're versatile, as is your comedy. I like your crankiness, your charisma. You're going to outshow Charles, but I'll deal with him after this. Actually, we got like two of the best curmudgeons in the business on right now. I'm excited about this.
This is going to be great. This is going to be great. Charles, I apologize in advance. No disrespect, but I'm like Ivan Drago in Rocky IV. I must break you.
That's no problem. The lazy sports fan with 16 jobs.
Well, you're setting us up perfectly, Roy, because this week we are going to talk about and debate the NFL coach most likely to win a fight. I'm assuming we're going to use fists in this fight. Roy Wood is taking Mike Tomlin, and our friend from Detroit over here, Charles Robinson, is going to hype up Pete Carroll. So I will let y'all begin. What? Charles, why don't you? It's going to be good already. Charles, why don't you take the floor first?
I just want you to know that is the exact reaction that I expected from Roy. Because Pete
Carroll in a fight. You're in the street. And some thugs running up on you, and Pete Carroll is who you want on your. Continue.
It's 2020. It's the time of crazy white people energy right now. Like, I grew up in Michigan. Yeah. Okay, I grew up in Michigan. If there's anything people in Michigan can spot, it's pickup trucks, rallies, and crazy white people. Okay, Pete Carroll, I'm telling you, under that surface, it's bubbling, okay? He's 68 years old. He takes his shirt off 472 times a year in public. I don't know anybody in my family who was 68 and was taking their shirt off in public who was not instantaneously throwing some uppercuts. I think you are underselling Pete Carroll as being an NFL coach who would win a fight, and I'm going to have a lot of points on this.
I will first give you this. To have Marshawn Lynch on the field and not give him the ball in the Super Bowl, knowing that in the locker room you might have to fight Marshawn Lynch, and you still make the call to throw a slant route, he got some gangster in him. I'll give you that on Pete Carroll. But you got to understand what first off, Mike Tomlin coaches in Pittsburgh. I've been to Pittsburgh numerous times. It is a great place for sports. It is not as sunny as Seattle. It is not as... The town it's more blue collar. You might have to fight any given day going down the street. But Steeler fans, Seahawk fans didn't even become diehards until Russell Wilson, if we just gonna really be funky about it. Everybody that's a Seahawks fan before Russell Wilson got a raggedy-ass Steve Largent jersey somewhere in their closet. They didn't even buy a Brian Bosworth when he played. So I think that Mike Tomlin was coming into a stressful situation already, inheriting a championship team from Bill Cowher. So you got to fight the media. You got to fight other players. You don't know who you got to swing on at any given time. And you got to be crazy enough to make Antonio Brown act normal. The only time Antonio Brown ever acted normal was under Mike Tomlin, because Mike Tomlin will slap him, man.
Hey, look,
you don't mess with no brother like that.
I'm not arguing that Mike Tomlin can't win some fights. I mean, I'm pretty sure Mike Tomlin wears a baseball cap and sunglasses to bed. Okay, I'm pretty sure I've seen his beard in aviators before. Okay, there's no question that Mike Tomlin has got some intimidation. I'm just trying to tell you. To me, we're just talking about winning a fight. I'm not talking about fit. I'm talking about anything. Anything goes. I'm telling you, I got some points here. Pete Carroll. It's bubbling. There's something underneath. I know a lot of people look at him. They say he looks like a congressman. I'm just telling you, if Pete Carroll was a congressman, an intern would show up missing, he'd spend 10 years on Nancy Grace talking about how he had nothing to do with it, okay? Pete Carroll has got something nasty underneath him.
All right, Charles, I want you to talk about strengths and weaknesses a second, though, because I hear you, right? Like, also Congressman Dirty AF. And Pete Carroll did earn the nickname Big Balls Pete from the USC band. That might be saying something, right? So give me some strengths and weaknesses, and then Roy, you go ahead and give me some more strengths and maybe a weakness or two that Mike Tomlin is working with.
I mean, strengths. Okay, let's start with, first off, he's 68 years old. He looks like he stepped out of a Nugenix commercial, okay? Like, there's no doubt that there's something going on there. You know, you get on the Southwest flight and you flip it open, you see the 75-year-old doctor with the 25-year-old body. That's Pete Carroll. So there's something going on there. All right, so he's got the body. He's small. Everyone's going to say he's small, but you know what? Just like they said in Fight Club, small guys fight till they're burger. I think that is actually a benefit of Pete Carroll. He's got a nose that already looks like it's been in a fight. It's been trying to take a left turn off his face basically his entire life, all right? So he's got a bent nose, okay? Now, you know, the negatives, other than the nose, he's kind of pretty, he's got nice hair. You know, guys like that, they might get a little concerned about what's going to happen with their hair. But I think by and large, Pete Carroll actually has a lot of positives in his game when it comes to fighting. You just got to get around to realizing that he's just crazy.
Here's the negative. I'll start with the negatives with Coach Tomlin. The only negative is that he's got nice hair. Nice Steve Harvey edge up, perfect fro most of the season. If the Steelers over 500, the fro is shaped up. It's nice. You don't want to mess up your hair. First thing to go in a fight is your hair because you're all on the ground, you're crawling, and you're scuffling. The upside to Coach Tomlin is that not only is he a black coach in the NFL, so you've had to fight discrimination your whole life. On top of that, there's no gym like the gym of discrimination. Mike Tomlin, for 40, 50 years, just been in there lifting weights in the gym of America, just getting ready for the world. And you telling me that he can't handle a one-on-one in a back alley with somebody who bumped into him at a bar and made him drop his chicken wing? I disagree. That's what I'm going with.
Hey, look, I'm
excellent point. It's an excellent point.
I'm with you. I can't. Pete Carroll. I mean, the only time he's been discriminated is when they forgot the extra espresso shot. So I mean, I'm not going to say Pete. You win that point. I mean, there's nothing I can.
I pulled the race card. It was a sucker move, but I needed to win.
Hey,
I'm sorry.
You know what? That's all right. I respect it. It's a fight.
So Roy, if in this fight, what does Mike Tomlin's finishing move look like?
I think it's just his eyes. Coach Tomlin don't even have to hit you. Coach Tomlin, like Cyclops from the X-Men, he just, that's that, like, Mike Tomlin, you can tell he came up in a house where his daddy was just like, get in there, what you would have Coach Tomlin don't even have to hit you. That's the beautiful part about Coach Tomlin.
That's true. And Coach Tomlin's dad, biological dad, was drafted by the Baltimore Colts. So he's been training his whole life for this.
This man been doing 2-a-days since he was 5.
Okay. I mean, I do think, Charles, that Coach Pete's finishing move's going to be a little bit different. He's going to have some Buddhist mind voodoo. What do you?
Look, Pete Carroll is the grandchild of Irish immigrants. All right, like, do we need to go down that road? All right, I got a little little red going on. I mean, Irish people, they're ready to fight. Like I said, take his shirt off. Any backyard barbecue, that guy's ready to go. Somebody loads the slide projector wrong. Like I said, uppercuts. If you drop the spoon in the cafeteria, he might beat the hell out of everybody. Okay. But look, you want to know Pete's finishing move?
Yeah.
I mean, this is simple. The man chews gum like it stole money from him. He's going to bite you. Okay. Straight up. That's exactly it right there.
No.
He's going to bite you. And I have seen no one who gets bit and does not instantaneously want to end the fight. Evander Holyfield was whooping Mike Tyson's ass and got his ear bit off and was ready to stop the fight. Okay? Pete, it's the bite that'll get you.
So we've got Tomlin's eyes, but Carroll's teeth. I mean, you have a point there. You can see fury in that jaw as he's chomping away. So I appreciate those points.
Yeah, eye beats teeth.
eyes do beat teeth because I'm sitting here and I'm going to say, Charles, you know, you're a friend.
I'm
I
feeling
like
the
you
fix.
a lot.
It's coming. This is the fix right here. We got
Wait,
two.
no, what did I just say? No, teeth beats eyes.
Oh,
You can look at
that's an upset.
He's right.
All
I feel
right.
the
Because
upset.
I've been bit before, and I've wanted to like. You ever had like a baby accidentally bite you, the baby's teething, and just for a split second, you're like, get off me, baby. Like, oh, no, you're a baby. I almost uppercutted you. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, if I have a 68-year-old man try to bite me, do you think he has dentures though? Is it going to get stuck? Like, is the bite going to get stuck in your shoulder when he pulls away?
I mean, I hope so. I mean, that's even worse. I would rather be bit by real teeth, 68-year-old teeth, than brand new dentures.
That's
Hell
like a
no.
Reddit-
Does he have grip strength, though? Does he have grip strength either way at 68? Can you really lock down and just, can you really?
I don't, like I said, I mean, you saw him chewing the gum. I mean, he's like,
That's true.
I mean, he's got all that energy all the time. It looks like he woke up with like a Red Bull and a Viagra every morning. Like he's ready to go.
Oh, I like this one. All right. This has been a spirited discussion. And I will say, Charles, you are making me rethink. We all know Pete Carroll's kind of dirty, but I didn't think he was dirty in the way to fight, right? Mike Tomlin has had it from the minute, though. I mean, you said it. Roy, you did an excellent job. But Charles, you even said Mike Tomlin goes to bed with his sunglasses and a baseball cap on, and that I buy 100%. So congratulations, Roy. Add another award to your resume. You have won
I'll take
this
it.
episode of Boxed In. I know you're going to cherish it. This is going to be your quarantine dream.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
Roy's just taking more jobs out here. More jobs. Another job taken away. Stolen.
Collecting.
Coach Tomlin, if you're watching this, get at me. I want to learn your eyeball technique so I can use them on my 4-year-old.
Speaking of jobs, Roy, can you please tell us about your new web series, Stand-Up Playback, as well as this great new charity that you started called tipyourwaitstaff.com?
Yeah. So basically what I'm doing is sitting down with comedians of old, from George Wallace. I sat down with Mike Birbiglia. We're going to try and get some other comedians on in a couple of episodes. But basically, we're watching clips of ourselves from 20 years ago, and we just talk a little bit about the process of how they evolved as comedians from then up into where they are present day. It's every Friday on the Comedy Central YouTube page. Tipyourwaitstaff.com is an initiative that Mike Birbiglia and myself kind of started, where we're basically raising money for the wait and bar staffs of comedy clubs that have been shut down due to the pandemic. So if you go to tipyourwaitstaff.com, you see a club from your city that you've gone to and laughed before, give $1.
That is a great. I love that you and Birbiglia teamed up. I've seen his live show. That fool's funny. He's great.
He's great.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Roy, for joining. Everyone go out and check out tipyourwaitstaff.com. Charles, thanks for coming again. I appreciate your energy. Next time, maybe chew a little gum ahead of time. This has been Boxed In for Yahoo Sports. Don't forget to smash that subscribe button.